to order.
Roll call. Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer present. Honorable Elmer Baldimoro present. Honorable Jesse R. Albios present. Honorable Gil G. Rosales present. Honorable Vito Borja sick leave. Honorable Hilda Gayla Bonal Gomez present. Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape absent. Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jokno present. Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza present. Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig on official business. Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio present. Honorable Maria Corazon Peña Flor present. Honorable Jepson Romeo Felix on official business also. Sir, we have a quorum.
The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Next is the prayer.
Dear Lord, as we deliberate into the session, give us the wisdom to overcome passion. Give us understanding heart to do with prejudice.
Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise. Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth and what is good. Give us the facility of language that we may be understood. And finally, our Lord, make us worthy public servants of the city. We deeply love and highly honor Naga City, the heart of people. Amen.
Amen.
Next is the pambansang awit.
Bayang magiliw, handa awit. Bayang magiliw, pertang silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyang ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagnilingning. Ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may pinagdidinig. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati't pagsinta, luwa'y langit sa piling mo, sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mang-aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. The Bicol, rich in culture and history, we call to mind symbols of the rarest nature. A tree, a river, and a shrine. Sit as songs in our voices, the church, the marketplace, in Campus Dean and River Noise. The chiefs our lives and heals our day. Start the LGU-Naga City, times of drawing fire and flood. See the years of promise plenty in this cathedral town of God. Bless our city, Queen of Graces, touch the heart anew with love. Upon our upturned faces, hold the magic of your love. Pour upon our upturned faces, hold the magic of your love.
Good morning. Next item, please. We wish to acknowledge the presence of Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Next is the privilege time.
Any privileged speech from the members of the council? Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio.
Maray na aga po sa kabos,
Marinaga.
Mr. Chairman. Bago ako magbasa kaning sa kuyang pigpreparar na speech, matao lang kong introduction kadikit. At mga last weekend, naimbitaran po ako sa sarong ulay-ulay, breakfast meeting, kan mga magkakapirang bistadong tao sa Naga. Bichara, Centenera, Garoy Guapadungan Antonio, ka Garchitorena. And talagang piglalauman kong may mga reparo sa city. Kasi note ko gabos, Mr. Chairman. Pero ang magayon sa urulay, igwatabi sinda mga pig sa switch yun ng mga gayon ng mga ideya. Ang saro sa ideyang pigtatao, iyo ang subject matter po kan sa kuyang privilege speech. The Honorable Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Gabriel Hidalgo Bordado Jr., my esteemed colleagues in the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod, and our fellow Nagueños. We have all seen the headlines. Our dream of a world-class Naga Airport is officially in motion, but we must face the reality of the waiting game, with major runway works pushing completion to 2029 and Manila flights being diverted to Clark this month. Our people are left asking, how do we move now? While we wait for the skies to open, the solution is already beneath our feet. I stand before you to propose a parallel priority: the immediate rehabilitation of PNR Naga to Albay line. Why should this be our immediate Plan A-2? First, it is all about accessibility. Every day, hundreds of our students commute to Bicol University, and our professionals travel to the regional government center in Ruiz. A reliable rail link turns a grueling 2-hour van ride into a dignified, efficient commute. Second, it is about the intermodal edge. By resuming the Naga-Legazpi line, we are not just moving people, we are connecting them to the Bicol International Airport in Daraga. If our own airport is under construction, let us make the journey to the Bicol International Airport seamless and affordable via rail. Finally, it is about speed of realization. Unlike building a 2.2-kilometer runway from scratch, the right-of-way for our tracks already exists. With a focused push for track restoration and modern rolling stock, we can see trains moving in months, not years, and at a fraction of the airport's multi-billion peso cost. Let us not just look up at the clouds for progress. Let us look at the tracks that have historically bound our region together. I move that we finally urge the DOTR and the PNR to fast-track the Naga-Albay resumption as a vital lifeline for the heart of Bicol. Salamat po, maray nalo sa boss. Makikiulay ako padagos po sa Committee on Rules na kung pwede ibali ining subject matter sa under new item. Salamat po.
Thank you, Councilor Nathan Serio. Any other privileged speech? Councilor Valdemoro.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The experienced and capable presiding officer, Gabriel Bordado Jr., my esteemed colleagues, fellow employees in the city government, friends in media, esteemed guests, those watching by live stream, mga kapwa ko nagpapadangat sa mga senior citizen, mga namumutan kong Nagenyo, Diyos maray na aga po sa Indogabos. I am proud to share to you that the legislative measure we approved last year, Ordinance number 2025-054, otherwise known as the City Near Centenarians Incentive Ordinance, has already provided incentives to 3 of our elderlies this year. One 97-year-old from Concepcion Grande and two 96 years olds from Barangay Bagumbayan Norte and Carolina. These extraordinary individuals remind us of the value of longevity, resilience, and service. They are living treasures, bearing with them decades of experience, wisdom, and love for our community. Based on a letter dated March 2, 2026 from Mr. Jaime Reblando, the head of the Office for Senior Citizens Affairs, 26 near centenarians in their data bank may still receive the same benefit for this year. However, according to Sir Jim Reblando, they are encountering difficulties in presenting a certified true copy or PSA copy of their birth certificate. Some were born in times when birth were unregistered due to lack of accessible technology or government assistance at the time. Others have lost records due to fire, flood, or other calamities. These challenges are not their fault. We cannot, in good conscience, let bureaucratic barriers prevent our senior citizens from receiving the recognition and support they rightfully deserve. Day dapat ang gobyerno maging ulang sa ikakarahay kang satong mga namumutan na lolo asin lola. That is why today I humbly presenting an amendatory ordinance to Ordinance number 2025-054. This amendment allows alternative documents such as national IDs, government-issued IDs, marriage certificates, school or employment records, or baptismal documents to serve as a proof of age. This ensures that our senior citizens can receive their incentives without unnecessary delays or difficulties. Our message is clear: our elders matter, that their struggles are seen, and that their contribution are honored. By passing this amendatory ordinance, we uphold social justice, compassion, and respect for those who built the foundation of our city. Sa Naga, padangata ang mga lolo asin lola. I urge my fellow members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod to support this measure wholeheartedly and humbly ask the chairman of the Committee on Rules that this proposed amendatory ordinance be included in today's agenda. Let us make sure that no senior citizen is left behind, that every near centenarian, like the three beneficiaries we already recognized from Concepcion Grande, Bagumbayan Norte, and Carolina, receives the recognition and support they deserve. Just mabalos po.
Thank you, Councilor Baldemoro. Any other privileged speech? Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Good morning to our presiding officer and chairman of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, Vice Mayor Honorable Gabriel Bordado III, our esteemed colleagues in the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod, the people of Naga City, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is regarding the ongoing war that is happening now in the Middle East that has affected adversely the people of the Philippines and in Naga City, particularly those using vehicles. And among the vehicle users, ito pong mga public utility vehicle drivers ta. In Naga City, pigi-encourage ta na ang mga tao i-prioritize ang paggamit ng mga public utility vehicles, including those who own private vehicles. And sa sitwasyon po ngunyan na nagpaparalangkaw ang presyo kang krudo, gasolina, iba pang petroleum products, kay puwan talaga magtipid na kita. These PUV drivers and operators face skyrocketing operational costs, threatening their livelihoods and the affordability of public transportation for Naga City residents, particularly low-income commuters. The City Government of Naga recognizes the critical role of public utility vehicles in maintaining mobility, economic activity, and access to essential services, and seeks to provide immediate relief without resorting to fare increases that would further burden the riding public. It is the policy of Naga City to promote social equity, public welfare, and sustainable transportation in Naga City. And in Section 16 of Republic Act number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, it empowers the Sangguniang Panlungsod to provide relief assistance and subsidies to the vulnerable sectors during emergencies and calamitous situations. Along this line, I am proposing an ordinance mitigating the impact of the sudden increase in fuel prices, authorizing emergency financial assistance to local public utility vehicle driver or operator, promoting the use of public transport in the city and providing funds therefore. So, with the indulgence of our Chairman of Committee on Rules, I request, Mr. Chair, that this be included in the agenda and be assigned to the appropriate committees. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Omar Buenafe. Let me acknowledge the presence here of Mr. Paul Angelo Nierba of the I-Governance Office and some students from the Central Bicol State University of Agriculture and the Camarines Sur Polytechnic Colleges. Any other privileged speech? Next item, please.
Next is the reading and approval of the order of business.
Councilor Rosales.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. May I move to dispense with the reading of the order of business and move for the inclusion of the following items under special business and order. Beginning item number 4 is a letter from the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with Land Bank of the Philippines in relation to the implementation of the Cashlight program, which promotes digital payments, financial literacy, and access to banking services. It's item number 5 of SBO, a proposed resolution from the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza authorizing the City Mayor of Naga to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Agriculture, Regional Office 5, for the implementation of the cold storage facility project funded under the High Value Crops Development Program. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman, beginning item number 6, the report of the Committee on Transport, also the report of the Committee on Organizational Development and Review, and the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety. Attached is the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenafe, establishing the Naga City Center for Safety and Resilience. Also under unfinished business is the report of the Committee on Health and Nutrition, the report of the Committee on Games and Amusement, joint with the Committee on Ways and Means. Also under unfinished business, the report of the Committee on Housing and Settlements, the Committee on Appropriations. Attached is a resolution from Barangay Dayangdang approving and adopting the annual investment plan and annual budget of the SK of the said barangay for 2026. Also under unfinished business is the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza institutionalizing social protection and welfare benefits for job order and contract of service personnel of the City Government of Naga. Another matter under unfinished business is a letter from Honorable Frank M. Mendoza requesting for the transfer of a matter referred to his committee, which is not germane to the functions of this of the committee, which is assigned to the Committee on Infrastructure. This pertains to the memorandum of agreement with the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, to which the City Mayor is asking authority to enter, negotiate, and sign. And last, under unfinished business, is the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jokno, institutionalizing the Naga City Net Zero Carbon Policy Framework, establishing a localized carbon measurement, reporting, and verification system, and implementing a local carbon offset. Under new business, Mr. Chairman, beginning item number 6, the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, subject matter of his privileged speech, amending Section 4 of Ordinance Number 2025-54, otherwise known as the City Near Centenarians Incentive Ordinance, by allowing other documents showing the age of near centenarians to be presented in lieu of a certified true copy or PSA copy of their birth certificate. Also under new business is a proposed ordinance of the Honorable Francisco Mendoza amending Ordinance Number 2024-54, otherwise known as the Naga City Continuing Education and Professional Development Program to maximize participation by barangay personnel. Also another ordinance proposed by the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, abolishing Zorro marking for swine intended for slaughter and the branding practices for large ruminants as means of identification, and instituting ear tagging procedures supervised by the City Veterinary Office. Also under new business, the subject matter, the privileged speech of the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenafe, a proposed ordinance mitigating the impact of the sudden increase in the fuel prices, authorizing emergency financial assistance to local public utility vehicle driver operator, promoting the use of public transport in the city and providing funds therefore. And last, under new business, the subject matter, the privileged speech of the Honorable Nathan Serio, a proposed resolution earnestly urging the Department of Transportation and Philippine National Railways to prioritize the immediate rehabilitation and full resumption of the Naga-Albay railway line as a vital strategic alternative to mitigate transportation disruptions and regional connectivity gaps. Under other matters, Mr. Chairman, a letter from the Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig requesting permission to be excused for today's session in relation to his attendance to the inspection of Oplan Contrabaha with the Department of Public Works and Highways. And last, under other matters, a letter from the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix requesting consideration for his absence for today's regular session due to his attendance to Adiner Young Leaders Program at Puerto Princesa City. With the inclusions, Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is the order of business. Under special business or order, item number 1 is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio and Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jokno, congratulating and commending the Naga College Foundation Incorporated under the leadership of President Mario Villanueva for the successful opening of its extension school for technological skill-based learning in Naga City in strategic partnership with the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or the TESDA and World Resources Institute.
Councilor Jude?
Yes, Mr. Chair. This is regarding the opening of the new extension school of NCF, and we were there. All of us were there. So I move for the passage of the resolution, congratulating and commending the Naga College Foundation under the leadership of President Mario Villanueva for the successful opening of its extension school for technological skills-based learning in Naga City in strategic partnership with the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority and World Resources Institute. So move, Mr. Chair.
On joint and
Joint and
collective
collective.
motion?
Yes.
Next item, please.
Next item is another proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Serio and Honorable Felix, congratulating and commending Fia Angeli Maynes for her outstanding performance and for bringing home multiple medals representing the Philippines in the 6th ASEAN Open Schools Invitational Swimming Championship held in Bangkok, Thailand.
Councilor Serio?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Medyo hunahuri lang ining impormasyon na kaabot sa tuya. Kasi ang pigbalihan niyang swimming competition, February pa nangyari. Kundi, very recent lang pigtaan kita ng kopya kang mga dokumentes katakod kang kapangganahan niya, Mr. Chair. So, ngunyan lang kita kanin. Ini si Pia Angeli Maynes, kabali sa mga nagkawat na sa Palarong Bicol kasi nagdara ng medalya sa Naga, kan natapos pala na Palarong Bicol. And estudyante kang Garutabuko ata. 13 years old, ubin pa. Kung mayo man pong comment ang pag-ariba, I move that we pass this resolution on joint and collective motion, a resolution congratulating and commending Pia Angeli Maynes for her outstanding performance and for bringing home multiple medals representing the Philippines at the 6th Asian Open Schools Invitational Swimming Championship held in Bangkok, Thailand. Tulo pong medalya ang nakuha niya digdi.
Okay. Joint and collective.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution, again authored by Honorable Serio, proclaiming Filipina tennis sensation Alexandra Alex Maniego Iala as an adopted daughter of Naga City, the heart of Bicol, and recognizing her role as a catalyst for the city's grassroots sports development initiatives.
Again, Councilor Serio?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Si Alex Yala, haram taga, na iyo ang mainit na barita sa sporting events ko niyan. Urog na sa tennis. Sarong Pilipina, and ang karakter niya, garo Bicolana, garo taga-Naga. Dahil nagsusurrender, firm sa ako niyan, makusog ang buot, and maninigo na gibuntang modelo, bako sa nakan mga yaon sa sports sector, kundi
So in other words, Councilor Serio,
i-adapta.
Alex Iala does not have any connection here in Naga City.
Sa pagkaram ko po, mansadig din kapamilya. So, I'm proposing that we adopt her as a daughter of Naga City. Na-mentionar ko po ini kay Mayor Lenny Robredo kang may okasyon kita kang palaro sa Kamhay. Nagtao kita mga recognition, as in, umahon siya, magayon niya, nag-thumbs up sa ko. Kang katayin ko siya.
Alex Ayala will be joining again the Miami Open
Yes.
this week. And she is in a very precarious position because of the ruling of the Women's Tennis Association that if you cannot defend the number of points, because she reached the semifinals last year, beating Iga Swiatek,
Ayan.
Madison Keys, and other top-notch
Tennis players.
tennis players. But if Alex Ayala could not reach the semifinals again, then she will be in trouble. She is now ranked number 28.
Yes, yes.
But if she can't do something just like what she did in 2025, she would most probably slide down to number 49 or 50.
Ang pagtubod ko, Mr. Chair, kayang-kaya niya.
Yeah, I also agree with you. I just gave you some info
Yes.
because I have been following the
Games.
career of Alex Ayala as a professional tennis player. So proceed, Councilor Serio.
So, I move that we pass this resolution proclaiming Filipina tennis sensation Alexandra Alex Maniego Ayala as an adopted daughter of Naga City, the heart of Bicol, and recognizing her role as a catalyst for the city's grassroots sports development initiatives. Mr. Chair, if I may, imbitaran ko ang chairperson ng Committee on Women to join me as one of the proponents of this.
I believe
Kung okay, sir.
Councilor Baldimoro has some comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, if the proponent is amenable, instead of approving this measure today, could we just refer this matter to the Committee on Youth and Sports for further deliberation and further study?
Can you give us the reasons why?
As you have said, Mr. Chair, Alex Ayala has no significant connection to Naga City. We might as well as study this proposed measure.
Reaction from the principal author, Councilor Nathan?
No problem with me, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we will refer this. So kindly make the motion, Councilor Baldimoro.
I move, Mr. Chair, to refer this matter to the Committee on Youth and Sports.
Any second?
Second,
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. We will wait for the results of the 2026 Miami Open.
Mr.
Next
Chair,
item, please.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Nathan?
hindi manggaro contingent duman sa result ang sa tuyang decision.
I'm just joking.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated March 12 from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for an authority to enter into a memorandum agreement with Land Bank of the Philippines in relation to the implementation of the Cash Light program, which promotes digital payment, financial literacy, and access to banking services.
Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This refers to a facility of Land Bank wherein digital payments would be enabled. So with that, Mr. Chair, may I move for the passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the MOA Bank of the Philippines in relation to the implementation of the Cash Light program, which promotes digital payments, financial literacy, and access to banking services. So, Mr. Chair.
So joint and collective? Yes. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza A resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into a memorandum agreement with the Department of Agriculture Regional Field Office for the implementation of the cold storage facility project funded under the High Value Crops Development Program.
Again, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last month, we passed a resolution requesting the Department of Agriculture for assistance in relation to a cold storage facility to be put up at the city nursery. That request was favorably acted upon, so we now need to pass a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into a MOA with the same agency for the implementation of the cold storage facility project funded under the High Value Crops Development Program. So, Mr. Chair, on joint and collective.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
Next is the under unfinished business. The letter dated March 10 of Engineer Rolando Campillos, head of the HSDO, endorsing the memorandum of agreement between the city government and Ms. Esther Regidor pertaining to the financial assistance in relation to her property affected by the Del Rosario Cararayan Road widening project.
Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This refers to the road widening being undertaken by the city government of Naga. Similarly, we had already in the Balatas Cararayan Road, and this time with the Del Rosario Cararayan Road. And for those property owners whose property is being affected by the widening, there is a compensation in the terms of financial assistance. In this particular matter, Mr. Chair, the affected properties is that of Ms. Esther Regidor, involving 24.5 square meters. And so may I move for the passage of a resolution ratifying the MOA between the city government and Ms. Esther Regidor of Barangay Del Rosario. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item.
Next is a letter dated March 8 from Police Colonel Gilbert Pariñas, City Director, pertaining to the proposal for the establishment of a protocol for handling incidents in relation to the concern of Ms. Cheryl Ann Agaw Marahas concerning public safety and the protection of women and children.
Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, may I request that this item be assigned to the appropriate committee for the discussion regarding the complaint of the letter sender, Mr. Chair.
And that will be referred to the Committee on
Public Safety jointly with Committee on Women, Mr. Chair.
so joint public safety and then the Committee on Women.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Any second to the motion of Councilor Buenafe? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is a letter from the City Legal Officer containing his legal opinion on the application of Mr. Eduardo Jose Mercado Jr. for a permit to hold 2 cock derby on March 31st.
Again, Councilor Jesse Albios.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. This will form part of the report of Committee on Games and Amusement.
Okay, so this will form part of the report of the Committee on Games and Amusement. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated March 12 of Mr. Jesus Del Villar, Acting City Budget Officer, submitting the Barangay Support Fund utilization report for fiscal year 2024 and 2025.
Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the disposition of the Committee on Appropriation pertaining to the request of the barangay. So may I move, Mr. Chair, to furnish copies of this letter from the City Budget Officer, the 27 barangays of Naga.
How's that again?
To furnish copies of this letter, the 27 barangay of Naga.
So kindly make the motion.
May I move, Mr. Chair, to request the Secretariat to furnish copies of this letter from the City Budget Officer, the 27 barangay of this city.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated March 10 of Nomberiano Rodrin, President and Chief Operating Officer of Eternal Garden Park Groups Incorporated, pertaining to the proposed ordinance requiring access to a public drainage or waterway prior to reclassification of land.
Yes, Councilor Albios.
This is pending with the Committee on Land Use and Laws and Ordinances, Mr. Chair.
So this is still pending with the Committee on Land Use. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Transport, dated March 11.
Committee on Transport, headed by Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the Committee on Transport report.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The Committee on Transport conducted its committee hearing on March 11, 2026, and there was a quorum.
Finally, again, there was a quorum.
First item on the agenda was the email from Tiger Terra Transport Corporation relative to the proposal for collaboration on electric vehicles and charging stations. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The body resolved to defer consideration of the matter due to the absence of the proponent. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Deferred.
Item number 2 is a letter from the acting head of the Trimobile Task Force requesting for the passage of a resolution confirming the grant of 5 franchise for e-trike for hire to Piston Development Multipurpose and Transport Service Cooperative. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Jesse Albios, duly seconded by Mr. Alberto Darilay, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of 5 separate resolutions confirming the grant of 5 e-trike franchises to Piston Development Multipurpose and Transport Service Cooperative, covering franchise numbers Eco Tango Foxtrot -093, Eco Tango Foxtrot -094, Eco Tango Foxtrot -095, 096, and 097 respectively. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the letter of Jessica A. Taday seeking consideration on the cancellation of the Trimobile franchise awarded to her late mother, Caridad D. Abrantes. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Albios, duly seconded by Mr. Darilay and Mr. Ronaldo Valle, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to letter A, deny the request of Miss Jessica Taday for lack of legal basis and to advise her to submit an application for new franchise to the Trimobile Task Force Secretariat. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
For the related disposition, Letter B, to direct the Secretariat of the Trimobile Task Force to provide the list of cancelled franchises to the Public Safety Office. And related to that also is another disposition to request the Public Safety Office to conduct the apprehension of operators with unrenewed franchises and to retrieve the corresponding body number plates. And I so move.
Second.
Mr.
Any
Chair.
objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the undated letter of Iris Hona requesting for the transfer of Trimobile franchise of her daughter Charis May Priela to her. This is a transfer from daughter to mother. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Finding all the documents to be complete and in order, and considering that the transfer of Trimobile franchise is allowed under existing ordinances, on motion of Honorable Albios, duly seconded by Honorable Baldemoro, Mr. Darilay, and Mr. Valle, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of a resolution approving the transfer of Trimobile franchise with number RTFNC 22-0691 from daughter Charisme Hona Priela to mother Iris Hona, subject to the completion of the requirements and payment of the prescribed fees under City Ordinance number 2014-023. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the referral from the City Mayor forwarding the letter of Jeffrey Ramos of Nasipodrif requesting for new number plates for Pajak and ID card for Pajak drivers and the hotline number for Pajak operators in Naga City. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Francisco Mendoza, seconded by Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, the committee recommended to the recommends to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to take note of the manifestation made by the head of the Public Safety Office and request the said office to submit to the committee the written timetable together with all details of Pajak registration process, including the procurement of body number plates and driver's ID cards, with a copy to be furnished to Nasipodrip for their reference. Nice move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any second? Yeah.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the referral from the City Mayor forwarding the letter again of Jeffrey Ramos of Nasipodrip requesting for the cancellation of Pajak franchise of operators for violations of ordinances. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to letter A, take note of the request of Mr. Jeffrey Ramos and request him as the Federation President to coordinate with the President of each Pajak operator and driver associations or PODAS in compiling a list of operators with unrenewed franchises and to submit same to the Sangguniang Panlungsod for its appropriate action. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
In related dispositions, letter B and C, request the Public Safety Office to submit a justification for their recommendation of limiting ownership of Pajak to 2 units per operator and revisit the ordinances governing Pajak franchises, including their provisions on their cancellation. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by Honorable John Sebastian A. Flores, CYO, which is an ordinance strengthening the implementation of the traffic code of Naga, parking policies and regulations, designation of public pay parkings, and appropriating funds therefore. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, duly seconded by Honorable Francisco Mendoza, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to temporarily defer consideration of the matter in view of the directive from the City Mayor requesting the Sangguniang Panlungsod to suspend all discussions and deliberations concerning transport, traffic, and other related policies until the results of the Transport Summit is finalized. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Finally, the letter of Julian S. Ciron and Francisco L. Escala Jr. of Pepsi Cola Products Philippines Incorporated requesting for their delivery trucks exemption from the implementation of truck ban. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, duly seconded by Honorable Francisco Mendoza, Mr. Alberto Darilay, and Mr. Ronaldo Valle, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to defer consideration of the matter due to the absence of the requesting party. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Omar Buenafe. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Organizational Development and Review and the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety.
Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
May I request acknowledgement of this report from the Committee on Organizational Development and Review, joined with Peace and Order and Public Safety.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The hearing was conducted last March 16. There was a quorum.
There was a quorum again. Thank you.
There was, the lone item is a revised proposed ordinance establishing the Naga City Center for Safety and Resilience, or CESAR, defining its nature, functions, organizational arrangements, and operations, providing for the integration and coordination of the Secretariat and operations, support functions of the City Peace and Order Council, the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, the City Anti-Drug Abuse Council, and the Naga City Resilience Council, and appropriating funds therefore, taken together, Mr. Chair, with a letter dated March 4 by Mr. Rene Gumba, our PSO head, submitting the floor plan of the Naga City CESAR as required during the joint committee hearing of the OD and Peace and Order and Public Safety. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenafe, duly seconded by Honorable Mendoza, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage on second reading of an ordinance establishing the Naga City Center for Safety and Resilience, defining its nature, functions, organizational arrangements, and operations, providing for the integration and coordination of the Secretariat and operations, support functions of the City Peace and Order Council, the CDRRM Council, the Anti-Drug Abuse Council, and the Naga City Resilience Council, and appropriating funds therefore, subject to the submission of the detailed organizational structure diagram. May I know, Mr. Chair, from the proponent, if...
Can the Secretariat flash the copy of the proposed ordinance?
Mr. Chair, I request that the proponent be acknowledged to present the his proposed ordinance.
Councilor Omar Bonafe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Honorable Bernal Gomez. Mr. Chair, as reported, this ordinance has been extensively deliberated in the committee, the joint committees of organizational development and the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety. We provided copies of this. Yesterday, we had joint committee hearings, and the issues and manifestations, comments raised during the previous committee hearings were also discussed, and they've been fully addressed. There has been several revisions of this proposed city ordinance already, and yesterday, may I just proceed to the summary of improvements that were included in the latest revision of the draft, which now clearly defines institutional character of this proposed ordinance, that is, it shall be known as the Naga City Center for Safety and Resilience, or CESAR Ordinance of 2026. It also eliminates structural ambiguity, protects statutory mandates of councils, the different councils that are included in the organization of this, or the establishment of the CESAR, yung Peace and Order Council, your DRRMO, yung Resilience Council, the other offices that were involved. It also provides fiscal sustainability, as provisions were already inserted in the draft. It ensures operational clarity. So the previous questions regarding the operations management, the delineation between the strategic and operational matters in the operation of this, or management of this CESAR, has been duly addressed. It also institutionalizes now the governance safeguards through the provisions on the crafting of the implementing rules and regulations and the manual of operations. It also strengthens the resilience alignment. So for yesterday, the other main issue that was discussed is the submission of the organizational structure of the operation of the CESAR. So in this final draft, it is already incorporated the illustration on the organizational chart of the CESAR. So that is plus on the screen. And after the lengthy deliberations, this proponent sponsor now moves for the approval on second reading of this ordinance entitled An Ordinance Establishing the Naga City Center for Safety and Resilience, or CESAR, defining its nature, functions, organizational arrangements, and operations, providing for the integration and coordination of the Secretariat and Operation Support Functions of the City Peace and Order Council, the City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, the City Anti-Drug Abuse Council, and the City Resilience Council, and appropriate for. And I so move for its approval on second.
Any comment or question? No comment? Any second to the motion of Councilor Buenafe? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
That's all for the report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Gay Labunal Gomez and
Mr. Chairman.
Councilor Omar Buenafe. Yes, Councilor Nathan Serio.
May anunsyo ang anghel na si San Gabriel. Nag-abot na tabi. Ang katapusan na balaog kan mahal na Diyos. I move for recess. Nagalat na duman sa balaog.
Matibay ang monitoring mo.